testing.
Yep, test.
Okay, got you.
Well, that's okay. Welcome to the Potomac Curling Club. This is draw number 9 at the GNCC Club Playdowns. I'm going to give this over to Paul Luthi, and he'll be joined by Brian Darenheim for more excellent commentary than you got from me this morning.
I don't know. We will be at least a little more drinky during our commentary.
That'll be fine. So on sheet A, we have Gould versus Mooney. On sheet B, we have Smith versus M. Jackson. On sheet C, we have Leichter versus Guzman. And on sheet D, we have Delaramente versus Palmeri.
Curiosity, I would just like to know how fast the average was like really close. Yeah, how close was it? The number's really close. I haven't got the final number. Okay. It's okay. All right. It's just an angle. Is it? Are we ready? Go ahead and throw. We're ready. Yeah. Yeah. Same as practice. I forgot. That was like 10 minutes ago. You're throwing the 7 and the 8. It's like me. I'm running around thinking, oh, which is yellow or red? First practice is pretty consistent. Throw one of both. Yeah. That way, you're probably. Worst case, still correct us. We throw it around. 7, 8. Yeah. I know he left during it. We were running out of time. Make way, beer coming through. Oh, careful. What you think we cannot play again?
You don't need to keep you muted, Paul. Nobody wants to.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to get confused. I'm not smart.
Games will begin in 1 minute. Practice slides may be taken.
Oh.
Good luck and good curling.
They didn't change the names, the team names on the timer.
Oh, no.
So they have to keep track of which rock they're throwing on their own. Very difficult.
Too bad the times aren't colored or anything. Oh, well, wait, they are colored. So they know what color matches their rocks.
Yeah, 35 seconds. You can make that
All right. So this is as Paul said, unfortunately for many of us, an all men's draw.
I said that in a text message.
Yeah.
And the next women's game is the next draw, right?
Next women's game will be 4
p.m.
Which I believe is the last women's draw.
Could be.
Pending tiebreakers.
Could be if Team Barra beats Team Team Atkinson, then it'll go to a tiebreaker tomorrow.
And if you want to look at all the standings and such, they are available at bonspieler.com. Links in our doobly-doo.
Yep, bonspieler.com/curldc.
Checking the standings now, myself. Only one undefeated team left, it appears.
On the men's side?
On the men's side. Leichter is the only undefeated team left. And they're taking on Guzman, who is 3-1. So that'll be a good game over on sheet C. And then we got Palmeri is 4-1. Murray Jackson right here on sheet B playing against Nick Smith. Murray Jackson's 3-1. Smith is 2-3, looking to run the rest of the table and try to stay in it. Still all to play for, as they say. So despite Steven getting the pin on his DSC, they did not get hammered.
No, I think their second
they
shot was a little bit too far, and the other team was top 4 or in the 4-foot both times.
Speaking of getting close to the pin, right in the 4-foot for Steven. Steven plays Vice with me and Paul on our Capital League team on Wednesdays. Always brings the sartorial splendor. He's got the flower pants on today. Well, that one's going to over curl a bit, but promotes it into the house and not out. So all's fair in love and war in that one. Looks like red still shot though. I have not nearly the brain capacity to follow these 4 games, and at least, and we're going to have a technical check.
On which?
And they
just had to clarify. Yeah.
Indeed.
Since it wasn't on the center line, it didn't count as a no tick, right?
Right, and that rock itself was not removed from play, but it removed a different rock from play. So it's all legal.
Yeah, inadvertent run back. Yeah.
So yeah, I was the last couple draws of this game of this event. I was streaming both of our streams, so you have the BC and the AD, as well as streaming the USA Curling National Championships, which still has another, I think, hour and a half before they start playing again. Possibly 2 hours. I don't know.
How's that going? Do you have a brief?
Dropkin and Casper are in the 1-2, but Casper really killed Dropkin in the round robin. Very clearly the #1 team, undefeated. And Schuster and the winner of the tiebreaker, which I believe was Sinnott earlier today, are playing in the 3-4. Women's side has Team McMakin was the #1 seed overall. Christine McMakin, by the way, in case you didn't know, formerly Potomac Curling Club. So they are the #1 seed playing against Peterson, #2 seed. And then you got Benson, and I forgot the last team. Benson and Cousins are the other 3-4 game. All right, focusing on the action. Little nose hit there. Let's see. Murray Jackson in good position here to potentially get a deuce with the hammer right away. Alex Leichter over there on sheet C, and also in good position, sitting 2. Alex was helped out at the Bucks County curling camp that my son has been to a couple times, just outside of the Philadelphia area. Alex also a veteran of national event curling. All right, Rock keep inching up in the house on sheet B. So now Melvin Shaw has to hit and roll a little bit, or just make the double. He's lucky.
Yeah, I think they're going for the double here.
Nope, he nosed it and is not in the house. Oh, Murray thought about peeling the guard. Well, if you know anything about this team, they love to draw. So finishing my story, had that all those games on, and was barely able to pay attention to them when I didn't have to talk about them at all. So there's definitely no chance that I'm going to pay attention to all of them and be able to talk about them all.
Did you have 4 screens too? Like you had the MSU hockey game on at the same time as those other?
I did have hockey on as well. I had a hockey on our big screen. I had a split screen on my laptop with the 2 Potomac games, and then an iPad for the U.S. Nationals. All right, so a little heavy on the draw there from the Jackson team, which means that Melvin's going to have a chance to draw in. Got some backing there as well. Well, he is now
Second
shot.
Yeah.
Nice double by Dan Samard over there on sheet C. Opened it up a bit for them. Like they're still pretty decent position to get the deuce. This is a tricky little hit through the hole here. Looks like Team Jackson's trying. And, just moved things around. Oh, yeah, I promoted him in for shot as well.
Yeah.
A little short on the draw attempt from Team Leichter as well. So just like that, the ends just turned around just like that.
Yeah. Guzman going for the open hit and roll under, I'm assuming?
I would assume he would roll under, yeah. Might end up rolling behind the tee a little bit.
Oh, no. Sheet A, they were going for the nose run, and Gould was going for the nose run, ended up jamming the yellow into the back forefoot there.
Told you I can't pay. I don't know what.
I
don't know what it looked like before that.
It was, there were 3 reds, where the yellow was where one red is, and the other 2 reds, and the 8-foot were there. And so just trying to clear up the yellow rock and put a guard on the 12-foot there, but it ended up
Guzman trying to curl now and the roll out instead. All right.
Nice.
Still good guards if you're like her to get 2. There is a little biter over there, though. That's the only thing. He's looking at it now. Be pretty mad if you ended up giving up the steal on a biter like right over there, right? Sometimes I call those shots just not because I think it's a good shot, just because I'm annoyed by the thing being over there. All right, Nick Smith trying to draw one in, sit 2. Also hanging. And maybe heavy. Oh, want to tap your own out. And yeah, did manage to get second shot out of it.
Nice little freeze, yeah.
Not really in a threatening spot though. A lot of scoring space still open for Mary Jackson. Edge of the, even moved it further out past the edge of the 12-foot. As Paul said, Murray did have a draw that made the forfeit on his LSD attempt earlier. So that one looks a little heavy though. It's hanging out still, getting a little tiny roll.
Oh, that's
that
close.
Is shot. Looks like it's shot to me.
It does. It's close though. It's not a perfect.
I think he's still probably dealing with it and making a hit and roll.
The cameras aren't perfectly centered, so it's hard to say.
Looks like Leichter got just enough underneath that Benj Guzman is going to try to slash his own yellow into it.
Mm-hmm.
Tricky little shot. Especially your first end when you still kind of feeling out the ice a little bit. Here it comes on the way.
Over on A, looks like Gould's got first, second, and possibly third. But
Marc Mooney's trying to draw.
Mooney's trying to draw, but they were waving it off as they came in with too much
and
weight.
The angle. Oh, he made it perfect.
Oh, the Guzman
great
slash.
shot by
yeah,
great shot by Guzman. Nice. Didn't throw a huge amount of weight because he didn't need to, and he stuck right underneath the guard. Very nicely done. So Leichter will have to draw the forfeit now.
All right. 2 points for Gould over on A. It was only, it looked like it was hard to say, but the one in the 12-foot was just touching for Mooney, so he outcounted.
Yep, they did hang the two, so that's. So Nick over here on sheet B hung out a bit and jammed. And Murray, I think if he can tap back that red just a little bit, is all he needs to do. Not really any danger of losing his own rock either. Leichter Stone on the way, trying to drag it into the forfeit.
Oh, looks
a little spicy.
Heavy.
And it's
very
not going
heavy.
to grab much of the forfeit if he does. He's trying to sweep it out now. Oh, it's close. I think it's yellow. Just a little too far.
On D, Benjo Delarmente throwing his last shot.
Deep tap on yellow.
Trying to sit more forefooted, it looks like.
Murray Jackson trying to curl. No. Oh, I was wrong. He could almost hurt himself, but didn't. Don't know if he ended up being shot. It could be a measure here as well. Looking at it. I think it's yellow. Looked like one yellow for Murray. Just didn't get a lot of curl on that side of the sheet for him.
Guzman ended up stealing one. Let's see.
All right, what are they doing over here on D? It's a mess.
Benjo was a little narrow, but he ended up getting just enough to freeze to the one in the forefoot to make it a little difficult here.
Trying to
for
red,
Palmeri.
yellow, red. Pick off that red.
Yeah, I think so.
Possibly for 3. Oh, he picked his own off.
But it had enough.
Okay.
Now,
just one, I think.
Should be just one. Oh, they're calling for a measure, though, on sheet D.
Oh, it measured for second, looks like.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. There's definitely one, at least. Michael Dobbs out there on ice official. Going to measure that one. It's nice when they have to measure the ones that are in the forefoot rather than on the edge of the rings. Poor Rob Young was measuring a couple.
He had to really pull the bar out.
Pull the bar out and stuff because they were on the edges of the 12. and the running surface of the measuring device was getting in the way.
It is red on D, so just one for Palmeri.
A lot of rocks too. That was fun end. Rocks of play all over the place now. Just ticking off a guard. But still on the center line. No tick. No tick violation. No tick violation? There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
No tick violation.
Gotta get your
That's what I was-
negatives right.
yes. Double negatives.
Sheet D's the battle of the corn brooms. Both the lead for Palmeri has one and Benjo has one.
Oh.
You hear Nick saying 14-8 for Stevens, just behind the team line.
Yeah. Backgated.
You had 14-2 on.
I did. And they went decent amount past. We had a little
Extra rotation.
No,
Oh.
yellow had a slower rotation, I think.
Oh, I see.
So that it slowed down a little more. Oh, wow. Tough to miss everything on that one, but did manage to get rolled over to a different corner. What do you think? I think yellow is still only sitting one, though.
Yeah.
And it's just barely biting the 8-foot. So, nothing really for Team Nick Smith to worry about.
No. Very early still.
That was a really nice shot there over on sheet C. Hit it right in the pocket of the two reds that were there, and now they're sitting 2 at least.
2.
Definitely some guard management now for Team Leichter. Guard did overcurl for Jackson, so now it's a lot trying to get rid of that yellow in the 12-foot. Lots of woes everywhere. Nobody knows what's happening. Yeah. Probably better. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's a good run back double. Cleaned up. Leichter cleaned that one up nicely.
Yeah. Gilad made the hit, but rolled a little too far. Maybe. Actually, pretty good spot. It's one lonely yellow in there now. Yeah, this one again for Team Jackson hanging out a little bit. About to put it back in almost the same spot. It came under the guard a little bit. And a little bit short of the previous spot. Doesn't look like any jam worries there though. And the guard for Guzman didn't quite curl enough, I don't think. Might give Leichter a good chance to hit and roll.
Oh,
just
what
by
a
the
sweep
guard.
by Glad.
Could hear Melvin's concern on that one.
Yeah. It's weird
He's a little
having
loud.
Steven not be the loudest
Yeah,
one on
right.
the sheet.
Steven and Enixon, normally my vice, the loudest voice in the club, has his Apple Watch given the decibel warnings.
118 decibels.
Yeah. And Leichter does make it through.
Oh, beautiful.
Missed the back red as well.
Little
Nice.
roll. Wonderful.
Beautiful shot. This one is going to be more open for Team Jackson. What do you think? They are going to try to go through the hole still. It's like for Guzman.
Yeah, like board weight, tack weight,
Yeah.
could get that. Just got to be close. Oh, have
Need to roll back the other way, yeah. Get it by the guard first. Oof, just made it by.
great shot.
And rolls, ooh, it did roll quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think you could really see too much of that in order to make that roll behind and stay behind the guard.
Right.
But that's about as good as you could do. You're trying to roll this a little more, but just on the nose for Melvin. Apologize for not knowing all the names of everybody else on the other teams, but since this is a Potomac team, I know all the teams. I don't know all the people on that. I know a lot of people out here, actually. Surprising amount of people out here from playing in Playdowns in previous years. The Leichter team is new to me, but I recognize the names. It's so far away, Paul.
Yeah, I know.
read
It's tiny text. It's hard to read.
it.
Got to put your old man glasses on.
I know Marc, Mooney, and Paddy over there on sheet A. I played against Brady Gould at least once in a mixed Playdowns, I think, as well. And I recognize one of the other teammates from the Cherry Blossom team, I think. Played against Murray Jackson and Kathy Jackson in that mixed Playdown as well. Let's see, Benjo, of course, know his whole team. And actually from Team Palmeri, the vice who's throwing right now, Derek Corbett, was the coach of my son's team at their junior Playdowns this year.
Oh, wow. Oh, that would explain why you had the coach jacket on last night.
Yeah, exactly. That was the coach. That's who we coached. And I believe I played against Trevor Gao, who's sweeping this rock now at various points as well. On the circuit, as they say. Oh, bench just, I didn't think you could wreck on that particular guard that way without wrecking on the top one.
Wow.
Crazy. All right, so I said this last end, but Leichter set up good for two. Hopefully I don't jinx him this time. Took a really good bench Guzman shot in the last end to get them out of that, but
that looks like
Drawn into the top 8-ish.
Yeah, and for
About
over on sheet B, Nick is going to hit this.
You know it should curl enough.
Just worry
Even if
about
you,
the jam, yeah?
I think you just have to make sure you cross the nose.
That's what he was saying, was cross face.
And even if you jam on your own red, just got to cross the nose. And just throw it hard enough, too. I don't know what weight they called here.
They're saying 10. Well, I said less than 10 now.
That's real good.
Oh, very nice.
Pretty much missed the back one. That was about a 10.5. Still gives Murray a chance to get out of it by making that same freeze a little bit better. And then Leichter did make his draw into the 4-foot. But perhaps a little bit more room for Benj Guzman to get through the hole now. Depends on how much weight you can throw. I don't know how far the Reds are going to move after you make it past that yellow guard. I don't know, he's pointing at it like he can make a triple. Coupon code triple trouble. Sorry, we are not sponsored by Steve Curling. That's from USA Curling. We have no coupon codes. Although you can use the coupon code Duluth10 for Steve's Curling. We'll steal that one. They did not sponsor us, but we'll give them credit anyways because I ordered stuff from them as well. All right, last draw on the way for Murray. Trying to get it there. Don't think you're worried as much about curl as getting it there. That's pretty darn good.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he just didn't quite get shot, but that's really good for
Locking it
cutting
on.
him down. Benj trying to get through the hole. He does. How many is he going to move?
Just one.
Just one. And does he roll too far? He does.
So open draw for 3 for
Yep.
Liner. Like, let's see. Sheet A, it looks like Gould stole, but we're waiting for a score.
All right, Nick looked at playing something for more than one, or for more than 2 rather. Decided against it, looks like, and so they're just going to try to draw to the 4-foot for their 2. Leichter also drawing, but for 3, needs to draw 8-foot.
Looks a little heavy.
We are walking away. Just got to get it out of the, nope,
Nope,
just
it's
held
gonna
on
stay.
there. Took that slightly different line and didn't quite, well, they are now also calling it a little heavy on this side, but I don't think so. I disagree. Yeah. Just the same thing, it is a little different path. Didn't quite adjust. Looks like 1 red for Nick Smith. Still haven't seen a score on sheet A.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that.
And still throwing the last couple of rocks on sheet D as well.
Benjo was able to throw like a board weight hit to cut out one of the rocks in the top 4, but
They put it right back in there.
Palmeri made it better.
Yep.
So Benjo really has to be on the button-ish.
He has, looks like he has 2 rocks left, so.
Oh yeah, it's his first here.
I'm sure that he wants to
Called back
keep,
line.
Yeah, he wants to keep a shooter around here.
Asking Devin to curl it.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that was, they called back line when he let it go.
That
That
was
was
really-
more than, that was more than back line.
Yeah, it was
Much
a
more than
cack
back line.
board.
Now it's a real tough shot to score. You need to move those around it a little bit.
Looks like we'll get a score on A. A steal of 2 for Gould. And they're just piling them in. They've got 3 in there. Able to use that scoreboard to keep
They
throwing
are behind the tee line. Still got to get one in there, though, if you're moving.
Palmeri going to hit and just roll to the outside. So they're sitting 4. Benjo with hammer here. Just got to draw to the button.
That's all.
Yeah,
That's
just
draw
to the button.
Just to the button.
No big deal.
Paying the skips the big bucks here, once again.
We have a question about where we can find the playdown draw. That can be found on bondspieler.com/curldc. Pick the event here, GNCC Playdowns. You'll be able to see all the scores and the standings and the remaining games coming up.
This is actually pretty close.
Ooh, looks touch heavy.
Oh, pretty good try, though.
Good try.
Did cut down 2 of them.
Yeah. So 2 for Palmeri on
Yep.
the end of the second there. Boy, Gould's got a stack of rocks, but they're all back house, and Mooney just put one straight onto the pile right on the button, so that's, while it's not best for Mooney, because now they can just pile onto that, it's at least out counting all the reds. Ooh, flash on sheet B. Murray Jackson misses the
Yeah, they were
down weight hit.
Trying to just backline, and again, it was a little more like hack, but
Nick just calling for a guard.
Heater coming in on sheet A. Let's see if they can get on the right side of that yellow. And pushed it to a different position, and it's still
Still counting.
surrounded and trapped by all the reds.
Guess it's a problem of throwing them all back like that, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see how they started out. They intended to, certainly, I'm sure they didn't intend to throw.
I don't
that
think
many
so.
on
They
the
were.
back.
I think they were trying to get something on the upper house, and it just slipped in the back. You know, slippery rocks, as they say.
Another one was heavy on our sheet. I heard him say it's
Yeah,
a
I heard.
fast spot.
Yeah, I heard Steven say that.
Ticked his red a little further under, though, but now Jackson is going for more of a freeze attempt on this one.
touch heavy, touch wide, pushes it underneath. Clot there.
This could be a good shot if they get it by.
Gets the
Oh,
double.
very nice. Got a double. Sitting 3. Beauty.
Lecter's going to like that. A little bit of a tap over wick guard up on the top 12 foot.
Hey, might be able to get all 3 reds moving. Little off nose. They're starting to lose the wall of red in the back there on sheet A now, Paul.
Yeah, Gould threw a really nice one in to put to make it one lonely yellow rock with a bunch of reds, but then Mooney just threw a heater in there that popped out 2 of the reds and helped separate and keep them a shot.
Well, he did get 3 of them moving. Told you. Didn't move the third one very much.
No.
But he got them moving.
Yeah.
Pretty nice one there for Leiter. Jackson now also trying to come back and sit 3 again. Oh, that's a beauty. Rolls right to the
Now they're sitting
side
4.
of the button. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Moved it just far enough.
Courtney's asking, what's the ice speed? They have a case of the heavies.
I did not get times on a.
Well, so Steven threw a 14.8, and it was
Well, that was coming back this way.
coming back this way, yeah, and it was in
Back
the
house.
back 12, about what, like 2 feet behind the tee line.
Yeah.
So Courtney, it seems pretty quick.
Red is emphatically gone. Pretty sure he was trying for one of the. Oof. That was a 7-second hit.
Oh, from Melvin, yeah.
From Melvin. That doesn't tell you anything about the ice speed though. All right, I'll see if I can get a time on this one.
They're just throwing a guard here, yeah.
I had a 16.5 on that one, and it was a solid 3 guard. Pretty quick. All right, Brady Gould's last one over on sheet A. The wall is still kind of in effect there.
The pocket's there, so I imagine he's just want to sit down on top of those yellows. wide there, having him curl. Oh, very wide. But can he get the...
Little ticking over.
Oh,
sneaky.
Very good. He's not shot. He's second, but that cuts it down and makes it really hard to for Mooney to...
Yeah, probably just playing the draw.
Hi, Deborah. You can get the standings on bonspieler.com/CurlDC.
Had a 14-5 on that one from Nick, which is indeed a bit heavy. All right, Benj Guzman facing that bundle right now, losing his broom head. Popped off his, I think he has an end game?
Yeah, he has an endgame broom.
Trying to manufacture something here by freezing into the red pocket over there. And third shot, maybe. All right, Marc Mooney also throwing his hammer on sheet A. That's going to
They're calling for top 4, I think.
Yeah, that's going to need to go to get by.
That's going to crash.
Yeah, it was not.
1 yellow for Mooney.
Lots of rocks to move, too. All right, Leichter trying to draw to sit 3. Murray Jackson trying another heavy draw, tap back on the red probably. And stuff on D that I can't see happening. Oh, there's
a wall of
yellow in the
yellows.
front, which is...
And they're going to crash on the...
Got still a bit of a wall. All right, Leichter does sit 3. Forcing Guzman to play the shot just for 1. Murray didn't quite get over enough. So, tricky. Who do you think is third shot there?
I think it's red.
Yeah, and I think he's gonna try to draw it in to make sure he only gets 2 as well.
On sheet D, they just throw up another one into that wall of yellows.
It's not a wall you can draw freeze to either.
Benjo's thinking.
Unlike the sheet A wall.
Benjo's thinking if I throw it really hard into some of those, maybe it'll make them explode.
Maybe they'll want to jump out of the way, seeing it coming screaming at him. He's got 2 chances to move some rocks, so just make some good contact here. Guzman rolls too far. Steal of 1 for Leichter.
Yeah. Must be close. It's on off, on off, on off, on off. Pretty good. Freezes onto the one in the top 4.
Yeah, well, he's still got to draw to the other side of the court foot.
Benjo getting 1 of that wall on the other side.
Man, I can't believe it's still all kind of there.
He was a little wide, never came back to where he wanted to hit it.
All right, draw to the full 4 for Murray on a different side of the sheet. They haven't really thrown this side much this end. They've focused on the quick side, so could be sneaky over here. Let's see if Murray's got his draw weight down.
Curling a lot.
Oh, yep, just over curled.
2.
It was pretty close on weight, just kind of lost track of that line. Palmeri still with the wall. Benjo's going to have to draw side of that 4-foot.
Tough draw against 4, though.
It is
That's why they pay you the big bucks.
$0 American dollars. Is what I get.
Ah, I see Connor McFadden out there in the tank top. It's sweeping time.
That's the one when you say throw it to your sweepers and you got a guy like that. That's what you mean. But maybe threw it too much to his sweepers.
Oh, no.
'Cause he's got to get by those yellows first.
That's going to go right into the pile.
And, oh, that's going to be, yeah, steal a 4. All right, Paul, I thought you were supposed to be the one who comments on lead rocks. You love lead rocks.
I do love lead rock. Steven with a nice 2-3 corner guard. I mean, over on D, the lead for Palmeri throws a beautiful top 4. Gotta love a good top 4 as a lead.
Especially when you have a lead. Paul knows all about throwing top 4 with a lead, right? That's why I have you throw through all the time.
Exactly. Looks like a board weight. No.
He's just trying to freeze.
Oh, they said 4.
I see. Yes.
When there's multiple people yelling at once, it's hard to hear what they're saying.
Well, that's coming over pretty good. It was a 14-4, so that should be back 12 at least. Yeah. I may have missed that a little bit. Probably more like a 14.
Yeah. Good old ankle trap back there, right?
Yeah. Tripping hazard. What do you think of the tape jobs on the corn brooms?
I like.
Since you're also
I
a corn
really
broom
like
expert.
the one for Palmeri. It's got some nice color there.
Is it orange?
Orange and white. Yeah, that's nice. Looks like he's using a Cobra slider on it as well. Benjo's got red, white, and blue on his.
Yeah, I think the actual corn is mostly black tape.
His has like a fabric covering
Fabric,
or
oh, yeah,
something,
yeah.
but he hasn't taped it all the way on the fabric. He's also using a Cobra slider, but he added some Teflon pieces to the bottom of the Cobra.
Helps to avoid any damaging of the ice. Metal is not the friend of the ice. That's why you'll see our officials cool the measuring devices down behind the hacks before they actually use them on the ice. And I believe Melvin Shaw actually uses the
He uses a steel slider, yeah.
Steel slider, but he always has his gripper off as well. So it's always staying nice and cool.
Over on D, Palmeri just playing a clean game. Whenever Benjo puts one in, he gets rid of it.
Yeah, I don't think they intended that one to be in there. I think it was supposed to be another corner guard.
Yeah.
It slipped in a little bit.
That's what you call playing the scoreboard, yeah.
Did not actually even somehow managed to keep that yellow in play. Did not touch the wall. Yes, definitely management of the scoreboard for sure.
Starting to get a straight line of reds over on A, but it looks like Mooney wants to. Oh no, not Mooney. No, that's Gould's up. He's thinking of tapping one of those back.
Ooh, just missed the double for Gilad. Took one of Sheet C's rocks over there, Nick. Yeah. They'll figure it out.
Wow, wonderful peel of the guard by Palmeri, and then rolling over for a beautiful center guard, covering up their own.
You know, when things are going right for you, sometimes they just go right. And for Benjo, if things are going wrong, just go wrong.
Starting to get a wall over here on sheet B of guards. Right past. Oh,
just missed. Liked her also doing a little bit of rock management here with a 4-1 lead. Trying to make sure he gets rid of the yellow. And does.
Yeah, doesn't care about that back one.
Nope. All right, still, there is a red in play that Guzman's going to try to use, and if they can freeze to it, then maybe they can
really overcurling though.
Eke out an extra point. Definitely overcurled. Oh man, and all the way out too. So now it's a little bit. Leichter was shying away from playing this hit earlier, just because then Guzman would draw underneath the corner guards. Man, a nice little wick over there for Team Jackson. But now that he has his own hanging around on the side over there, I don't think he's as worried about that. He's probably going to lose his own if he plays this. All right, big shot for Melvin here. He's got to make a good one. Oh, a back 12 is not what you want to hear when you're trying to freeze top 4. Now they're trying to get it over. Gillard move it enough. Oh, that was, man, he moved it a ton.
Hard, Steven.
That's a great shot from Melvin. They needed that one. It's really nice.
How I can't see from where I'm sitting. How open is that?
It looks like half open at least. Yeah, I think Murray just said half. Can see enough of it, but the problem is if you do peel it out, they can probably make the draw better the next time. I think you probably have to.
Looks like Lecter is just going to draw around now and decided against the hit.
Yeah, I mean, if he can draw around and sit 2, make Guzman have to make a double. That one's a little bit open, though. Oh, interesting. Like, your brain tells you want to make a hit and roll, but if you make the hit and roll, it's a short run back, yellow-red. So debating what to do now. All right, Murray Jackson looks like is going to try to poke that through the hole. Empty house on sheet D after a double.
They're just going to peel their own guard.
And can he avoid the jam? Murray Jackson avoids the jam. Very nice.
All right, you suppose Benjo will just take his point here, depending on what happens. First Benjo's rock here.
Yeah, there's no guards.
First rock, no guards, no stones in the house. Down 7-0.
You have a minimum number of ends you had to play?
Nope, no minimum number of ends. I think just get rid of the hammer is the call here.
I think, let's see. Yeah, I mean, make the other team play with the hammer once.
Yeah.
Why not? See if you can generate some steals. Sometimes you just, when they are in hit everything mode, sometimes you need to be able to put your own center guards up and see what happens.
Mooney gets. Oh no, Mooney doesn't. Missed that. We'll see what the score. Fourth end break. We're on sheet A.
Yeah, Nick Smith a little short on this one. And the little run back here for Guzman is made. All right, now interesting. Is that top yellow out counting the side red? 12 foot. So if you can nose the
To me, it looks like
red,
the red is.
Yeah, you nose the yellow that's in the 8 foot, then you sit 3 again. Probably true.
Darth Kale mopping the sheet over on sheet A.
Dun, 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 dun. All right.
World's strongest sweeper, Jeff Greck, ready to put down some pebble.
As measured by, what was the name of the broom?
The Smart Broom.
It's the Smart Broom in Ardsley.
Jeff is the world's strongest sweeper.
Asterisk at that particular Bonspiel on that particular day. Who actually tried that broom thing. All right, Murray Jackson trying to put Nick Smith in jail. But hanging a little wide. And Alex Lecter noses the yellow.
Benjo on sheet D. Hit for his one.
blank.
Rolls out,
Blank
blanks.
for his one. we'll go with he meant to blank that one for sure, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been the call I didn't see.
All right. Little opening for Nick to salvage his single point here.
That extra rotation probably hurt us.
Throwing the draw again. If he's a little heavy this time, he can use the yellow as a little helper to wick off. Benj trying to nose that red for his one. Cleaning. Oh, don't roll out. Uh-oh. Definitely rolled too far for...
Steal of one.
Yeah, looks like a steal of one for Leichter. All right, Nick's going to use all of this yellow one. He's got to curl this a ton. Get any roll. Did he get enough roll?
He did.
He did, I think. All right, so that's a 1 point for Nick Smith. Everybody is at their fourth end break all at the same time, which feels like it's a little bit rare. Usually there's one game that's
it's
taking
a little more
bit longer,
separation, yeah.
which I think would have been sheet D for a while, but they played that last end so
Very open. Yeah.
that they caught back up with everybody. So sheet A looked like Gould had another steal for a solid lead over there. I think it was 6 or 7 to 1. Close game on our feature sheet, 3-2 between Murray Jackson and Nick Smith. Leichter and Guzman in a 5-1 game now. And still 7-0. Benjo looking to get on the board in the fifth end. We're going to go get refills now. We come right back after they finish the...
To give birth when she was not supposed to be having caffeine. Halfway through it, like, what? I'm ready with it, baby. Let's go. Never been so jacked to give birth.
I was just checking if there's pebble on the No, not yet. We're waiting on the young color dogs, maybe. The young color.
I want that on record. Yeah, yeah.
So now we got more. We have more beer. There you go.
All right.
There.
It was 3 on sheet A for Gould, so 7-1 there heading
Okay.
into the 5th end.
Did we relay the conversation about Kale having a lightsaber to do the nipping from earlier?
No, I
Darth,
did not.
Darth Kale?
Darth Kale.
Everybody's singing the song. All right, good. So Mooney has already gotten a win at this competition. Ronca is the last team looking for their first win. They are on bye right now. But Mooney in the midst of a back-to-back-to-back as well.
A triple header. Holy
Triple
cow.
header. They had the 8 a.m. draw this morning. They got the noon and the 4 p.m. as well.
Oof.
I think all of the men's teams have 3 games today, but not everybody had a back-to-back-to-back.
Wild.
Yeah. There may be another team that also had a back-to-back-to-back, but I didn't do all of the checking of the schedule.
16-3? What was that for?
The 3-guard.
Ah.
Steven did not going to be mad at himself because he didn't get it back to the center line. Terrible, terrible throw for a lead, right?
Terrible.
Absolutely awful. I did tell him that we were going to be the heckle webcast today, heckling him at every opportunity.
It's very weird not hearing Steven
He hasn't, yeah.
yell at all.
You hear him every now and then calling the weights, but you know Steven has an engraved rock that says all the way hard with multiple A's because that's his sweeping signal.
Courtney says by weird we mean refreshing that we don't hear Steven.
Yeah, we would definitely be turning down the on-ice mics if he was in the house. Nice sweep from Gilad and Melvin to get it to bite top 4.
That's better, Steven.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Guzman trying to get some set up here as well. Triple corner-ish guards. Talked to him a little bit during the break. He's just like, we're just a broom head off on a couple of our shots and we'd be in much better position. But they're a good team, though. They only have 1 loss so far at this event, 3-1. So probably in contention still, even if they lose this one. Paul, you want to remind us of the format of this?
Yeah, so go with the easy one, the women's, because there are 4 teams. They're playing a double round robin.
Double? What does that mean, Paul?
It means they play each other twice, Brian.
Oh, okay.
Come on, it's easy. Which they are going to have their last game in the next draw here at 4 o'clock will be the last game. And that really is going to be a big one because, again, Atkinson plays Barra. If Barra can win that game, they'll force a tiebreaker against Atkinson, and then the winner of that tiebreaker would then represent. But if Atkinson wins, they'll be the representation for GNCC women's. For the men's, it is a straight round robin. There are only 9 teams, and so they're 1 short of having pool play, which I think some people were preferring and hoping that there was going to be 1 more team that joined in, but they did not. So they're all playing just a round robin here, and we'll go through tonight, right? They don't think they play tomorrow morning at all?
They do. No, they do.
They do play tomorrow morning?
There's 2 games tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
In the morning, there's a 2-game draw, and then the 11:30, there's a 4-game draw.
I see.
So they still have a ways to go. Like I said, Leichter is currently 4-0, and if you think about it, it's a 9-team
Oh, you're right. So they've got
round robin. They would have only played 5 out of their 8 games.
Right, so they have 3 more to go.
And there's only 2 more draws tonight, or this
True.
rest of today.
If I remember correctly, Steven told us his team has the bye for the very last draw.
Yes. So they still, I think they still have an 8 a.m. draw tomorrow, but they are off on the 11:30. A little bit more condensed schedule tomorrow, by the way, too, because they're going, instead of 8 and noon, 8 noon 4-8, they're doing 8 11:30 and potentially
2:45 or 2
o'clock.
Yeah.
Because we have a league on Sunday that starts at 4:45. All right. Let's see. So Guzman did make a nice draw there. They Leichter had started getting rid of those guards, and now there's only one lonely yellow corner guard over on their side there. So they were trying to draw and freeze in between the 2 reds. But a little bit of space there. Definitely enough space for them to pick it out again. Those rocks behind the T-line, Paul. Don't like those when you have a lead. But he does get rid of the yellow.
We were just talking about back-to-backs and all that. Deborah here in the chat's telling us that Team Palmeri has had only 1 game today, and that's going to be their only game. They had 3 yesterday and then 2 back-to-back tomorrow, so get a little bit of a break before back-to-back tomorrow.
Well, they're doing pretty well for their 1 game today.
That's right.
Say that much. Get a nice chance to rest up. They are also one of the teams with only 1 loss so far. Yeah, they're really Guzman trying to freeze again in there, and they do. Still see enough of it where you're going to lose your back red in the process, which would probably end up meaning that Guzman would draw around the corner guard after that. See how this plays out. Nick Smith in good position with that one in the 4-foot from earlier, having managed to get rid of all the yellow and just trying to guard things up. Oh, he didn't lose his back red.
Wow, way to pick that out.
Still did manage to get rid of the yellow. I don't know, I'd still be tempted to come around the corner guard at this point, maybe.
Over on A, we have the first skip rocks for Marc, or sorry, for Team Mooney.
Yep.
Is it
It's Marc Mooney.
Marc Mooney, I thought I said that. He's sitting shot, hoping to add to that.
Yeah, he's gonna
overcurve.
Yeah. That. I think it's okay because I don't know if Brady Gould can get across. Yeah, I think he wanted to be in front of his yellow a little more though, for sure. Team Jackson trying to double peel. Uh-oh, pushed it into the house a little bit.
That'll stick around.
Well, it opened things up a little bit more. They do have hammer this end again, so main objective, try to give yourself some space somewhere to make a shot with your skip rocks. I missed what happened on C. Team Guzman must have missed one. Told you, too much, can't keep my attention in one place.
You can stick to B and C, I'll stick to A and D.
Yeah, too many things going on. I can't even stick to B and C. I stick to B and then forgot about C. All right. I feel like Leichter's definitely trying to draw top 4 here. Put some pressure, more pressure on Guzman.
Over on A, Mooney, Gould is looking to, I believe,
Heavy draw or freeze to
Yeah.
that one. Just cut down the scoring area.
cut the score down, maybe steal a couple.
And Leichter does drift back 4.
Back for open, though.
Yeah, but more importantly, freezable.
This is just going to be a guard for Gould over here.
He's got room now, though. It's Marc Mooney. Get one in there.
Yeah, draw for 2.
Yep.
Who said that? Who just said my second draw of the game?
I think it was Guzman, actually. I think Benj is always fun to try to figure out draw weight in the 5th end.
For your second of the game.
Your second draw of the game. He's a Brendan Botcher, no socks.
He's got socks. They're just
Low,
short
are they
socks.
low socks?
Yeah.
Can't tell. I would assume he would. That one's curling over on him. Weight's pretty close if they can get it by the top one.
Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Oh,
They did get it by the top, but
did you get a time on that, Brian?
I got 15-1. And Marc Mooney didn't quite get enough curl, so we'll only take 1 as well. Nick Smith on sheet B, sitting 3. Does not seem tripleable. But Murray's going to try to at least make 2 of them go away.
Over on D, we have Benjo's first skip rock. Palmeri put up a nice center guard, blocking any type of hit for the back one that's counting. There's a port to draw through, but limited for options here.
Does Guzman Stone. Let's see how many Murray can get rid of here on sheet B.
Gonna go for the hit? Yep, gonna go for the hit. Must not have liked his second draw of the game that much.
Got 2 of them moving, but
Oh, you're kind of going in and out. There you go.
how about now?
Yeah.
Okay. Still can't hear myself.
There's probably a dial that we need to turn to make that happen.
Benj looking to hit and stick this one, and this time it does stick. There we go.
Over on D, Benjo had a nice draw, leave him shot, buried behind everything. So I think Palmeri's gonna just try to come settle behind.
That hole also. In the top 4. I know, rather messy.
Looks heavy though.
Oh, don't pick your own. Okay.
They're still okay. They're still, yeah. All right, Benjo, you did it before. Do it again.
Rather messy from Palmeri, based on the previous end in the 4th end where they were peeling everything. There's a lot of rocks in play for a 7-0 lead. all the rocks in the back of the house too. It's,
They're slippery rocks, Brian.
they're slippery. They just want to keep going. They must be on the downhill side.
That's right.
Murray now opting to hit. I think he does have to hit it a little on the inside to either get a roll or to remove the reds. Don't know if he can get all of them going. Man, if he hits the red that's on the tee line a little bit thin and bounces it out, maybe. Let's find out.
All right, Benjo's draw coming in. Gonna get a little wick over. Gotta sweep that. Benjo gets his 2 on sheet D.
Well, that's on the outside of the rock, and it's gonna be a steal of 2 for Nick Smith on sheet B. That gives them a 1-point lead all of a sudden. Make the turnaround.
Guzman calling for another center guard, going hard for the steal.
Try to claw your way back into it.
Again, grading Stevens' lead rocks. That's a very beautiful center line guard.
On the center line, 4 out of 4.
Someone just say it picked.
Yeah, that one was cruising for a bit.
Is
Thought I
that
was going to make it around the red guards.
Murray Jackson's yellow rock?
Yeah. That tends to be their strategy. If you make a good center guard against them, they're going to try to beat you to the spot, which is what Team Guzman was trying to do here, is get a good one in the 4-foot, but not quite, which means that Team Leichter is going to have a chance to peel those guards, should they so choose. Or just get aggressive and go in yourself as well. Stevens rock hanging out a little bit, but it got him underneath the yellow. So that's good.
Steven pointing here into the warm room, trying to tell me he's going to take my job.
Is that what that was?
I think so.
Didn't quite curl. Either sheet didn't quite curl like they thought they were hoping. All right, tricky one here for Team Guzman, trying to tap their own guard or already going past the guard, so, and now into the other guard. Gilad tapping it up to the button. Oh, maybe out a little bit. I don't know if Murray noticed that or not, but he's going to probably just peel the guards now anyway.
Yeah, makes sense.
Team Lecter using some hand signals here to make sure they can be heard. Another 15-5-ish to get to top 8 on that one. On sheet C, pretty darn good. Nice wall of reds in the top of the house now for Lecter with hammer. It's gonna need some cleanup here for Team Guzman.
Here in back line from Team Smith on Gilad's second shot here. 13-8. Oh no, Gould.
Yeah, that's lost the momentum in the transfer there, but and ooh, that was got them all moving.
Beautiful.
Look
Sweep
at that.
those out. Sweep it out. Sweep it out.
The rare
Quadruple.
quad.
Oh my gosh.
Nice. And Simard, if you're gonna have something go right, that's pretty darn good. Big smile. Have a little sip of beer.
Just missed the run back.
All right, reversal now for Team Guzman if they can get one in here. Melvin and Team Smith also just trying to put a little more pressure on Murray Jackson as well. Pretty tough shot to go from throwing a 6-second peel that takes out 4 reds to throwing a nice delicate draw.
Looks pretty good. They might
Just
tap over. Nope, it's going to curl over.
a little bit too, didn't quite curl enough, I don't think.
No. So the
Definitely
double.
a chance for the double
Yeah,
there.
the double's there.
Easy peel. What do you think that means, Paul? Give me
7 seconds.
7. Let's see.
8-7.
Yeah, that overcurled on a smidge.
On A, it looks like it's Mooney's last rock. He's sitting 2, hoping to make something, a steal out of this to bring some points back in. But
Yeah, it's but they're both in the 12-foot. He definitely wants to have one in the 4-foot, hopefully. He can get to the side of the 4. Brady Gould would still have a draw. Did get a third one in, but just barely biting the 12 foots. Murray Jackson's Vice trying to draw one in on top of the Reds. Just gonna chip off. Oof, that was so close to perfect. And Benj Guzman guarding up his lonely yellow there.
There's space to draw there, yeah.
There's space to draw for sure, yeah. There's space for 2 to get in there. And you might as well, because you're probably gonna have to throw a draw on the next one anyway.
Just looking next to me at the timers. On sheet B, both teams have 11 minutes left. On sheet C, Leichter has 11 minutes. Guzman has 7.5 minutes.
Still plenty of time for both.
Plenty of time. The other 2 timers are too far away. I can't see what
it's
they
very. No, those games are playing quickly enough. I think that it's pretty clear that they're in the same or close enough vote. There's Melvin yelling. There you go. And Leichter got to get it all the way in. That's real good too.
Diving, and they stopped it.
Melvin thought that one was diving, and then that they credited the sweepers with stopping it. Brady Gould does make his draw to the 4-foot on A.
Right on the button. Beautiful shot.
And he was shaking his own teammate's hand. I thought they were shaking. Looks like Guzman thinks he can see just enough of that.
Over on D, Benjo with his first skip rock, just guarding for his life to try to steal this one here. Palmeri doing a good job of peeling all the guards, but leaving
the
the
one red
highway.
is in good position in the 4-foot.
Yes!
That's a good guard, Benjo.
Murray Jackson trying to make a hero shot here. Oh, but also just a little wide and heavy.
Just one red. Yeah.
I still got one more.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see
Everybody
that.
still has one more. What's your strategy here for Nick, do you think? Do you want to draw one in again and potentially steal 2?
Looks like
Guzman with a nice one is going to force Leichter to draw again for the single.
It looks like Melvin and Nick are talking about a hit, the yellow.
I mean, the hit of the yellow is safer because if you don't make a draw perfect and you leave Murray a hit, it's potentially for 2. But if you hit the yellow, there's no chance of 2. But I still feel like it's a pretty good steal situation. And I'd be tempted to draw if you think you know what the draw weight is.
Pretty good run back there by Palmeri on D. Clears Benjo's guard and moves his other one way off to the side. Benjo just gonna again guard for his life.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, you could freeze to the very top. Oh, Leichter did wreck on the.
Oh, disaster.
Wrecked on the corner guard. Didn't curl enough. So it'll be a steal of 2 for Guzman because that yellow did stay in the house. Clawing their way back. Just needed that 4th end break.
Sometimes that granola bar is all it takes.
Ben's got a little extra beer too, so that maybe, I don't know.
Could be.
Loosen you up a little bit.
took a long time to talk about that there, but looks like they're throwing.
I think they're trying to hit.
Yeah, like a back house weight hit. Or?
Yeah, just keep yours around somewhere. Or just roll.
All right.
All right, clutch shot now for Murray, trying to make the play against 5.
Ooh, Benjo's going to be a little heavy, and it's going to go right through.
Yeah, that lonely guard up there is very far out. That you can definitely get around and.
What do you
still
like?
get to the
Like
red.
you like a hack weight tap?
You could probably go a little more just to make sure you get rid of it. It's really whatever you're comfortable with. You think you know, because they've been throwing big weight hits all end. Dialing it back a bit. Or that was tight out of his hand.
Calling back line.
They get it by.
Yes.
Oof, just by. Great sweep there by Team Palmeri. For their
Beautiful.
2, and that will be handshakes.
Oh, 13-4? Wow.
Uh-oh, Murray's got to play a wick. Can't miss everything. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Ooh, steal of 5.
Count them up, a handful.
Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, man, they just didn't quite call the, oh, that's going to be handshakes too. Didn't quite call the audible on the play the wick off the red. Well, this is going to be a lot easier to concentrate now. All right, Guzman has a good guard up. Threw one into the forefoot. Now Leichter freezing back on him. And Shide pretty well into their vice rocks, I think, now. And there's a nice little tap from Team Leichter. Team Leichter, by the way, I did a little tiniest little bit of research.
Yeah.
Has not just Alex Leichter as former national participants. Jared Widdish also was at nationals. Probably all 4 of them at this point, I would guess. And Ryan Hallisey has played at nationals before. And I didn't get a chance to get to the last player. So, very good team. And now the peeling begins. Shaping up to be a little bit of an interesting setup here. No guards. Which, if you're watching the Briar or something like that, you'd say, well, this is headed for a blank, even though there's 5 rocks in the house. There you go, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, just throw something heavy here and blow them all out, right?
Yeah. You really only need like two throws to get rid of everything. He's definitely going to throw some heat. Because
How tight he's brooming that? Yeah.
he's pretty sure he has the ability. Trying to get that one to move a little more. Yep, and did get rid of 3. That was only a 9-second hit. I can throw that when I'm trying to throw hard. That's getting close to my. You've had me at 8.5s before.
Yeah. You can throw that when you're trying to throw a 10. You can throw a 9.
Hashtag club level curling. In a pinch, I can get it up to 7-ish. I threw that the Kevin Cooey in off earlier this year. That was fun.
That was wonderful.
Flat roll over. Oh, a little heavy here. Yeah, I think you're just getting rid of the middle yellow. Don't need to throw a bullet on this one. I think that, as we like to say, keeping the shooter around is helpful. When you start building the pressure on Team Guzman to, if they're facing 3 or something like that, that one is just going to pick it though and roll out.
Our viewers are saying all 4 of Team Lecter have played in Nationals.
Yeah, I just hadn't gotten to the last member yet to find out.
This is their Tuesday night league team.
Yeah. Glad I'm not in that league. Trying to get the little roll, but notices it instead.
Oh.
Oh, and Brady Gould wrecked on a guard. Mooney is going to draw for
3.
He's got 2 rocks left, so there's still a couple chances, but he can draw to sit 3. That was a much better hit and roll there.
Looking over at the time, Guzman at 5 minutes, like they're at 9 minutes really.
Still lots of time. You like to have, to be comfy about 4 minutes or so for your last end, especially if it's a close game. They still have a timeout left.
Yeah, both teams have their timeouts, yeah.
And this end should be somewhat straightforward in how it plays out, because you're going to try to freeze, and then if they make a peel, you'll have another draw or something like that, perhaps. Mooney does sit 3 over on sheet A, just so we didn't forget them. Actually did a really nice tick and rolled under to kind of protect his rocks a little bit more. And Guzman a little bit short on this one. Didn't quite.
Is it second shot?
Well, he missed the freeze that he was trying. He was trying to freeze to the back red. So now Leichter will have a more open hit. Looks like Brady Gould is going to try to hit something. But those look, he must be trying to hit the one on the right side. No, he's trying to hit the one on the left side still. No, he is hitting the one on the right side. My bad. Trying to hold it there now. Oh,
Ooh.
just by. Great sweep there. Rolling that one out of the way so that he's access to his top red in case Benj does make the freeze here. Could actually end up being sneaky important that they did that. See, if he had left his own staggered somehow and Guzman makes the freeze, then it could have been a little bit of trouble. But if he makes the corner freeze now, he should still have access to get that short little run back out of there. Marc Mooney trying to pick out that Brady Gould stone that just took out one of his own and get 3.
Gotta curl it. Beautiful.
He does, and he gets his 3. Guzman, oh, just a little bit. Little chip off, which means another hit here for Leichter will put them solidly in control. Still a long way back for Marc Mooney. Down 8-5, he's got to manufacture a steal of 3 this time. Last rock now for Alex Leichter. Make it, and that'll be 3, looks like, and the handshakes, yeah. Nicely done for Alex Leichter to stay undefeated so far through, I think they said they played 5 games in the round robin. Yep, that would be 5-0 for them. They are up next against Team Mooney at 4 p.m. And then close it out with Murray Jackson and Ronka from Schenectady for the last 2 games. Previewing that, the rest of that, let's see, the rest of that 4 p.m. draw, you can find all of the draw schedules at bonspieler.com/curldc. The 4 p.m. draw on Saturday. We'll have 2 women's games. Kathy Jackson against Emily English, although Emily is going to a fancy party tonight, so I won't be there for that. The very important one between Nicola Berra and Jen Atkinson. If Berra wins that game, they will force a tiebreaker tomorrow. Then the 2 men's games will be Murray Jackson against Benj Guzman over on sheet A, and Marc Mooney and Alex Leichter on sheet D. Let's see what's happening over here on sheet A. Mooney starting off with 2 guards. Pretty well separated, nicely done. The timing laptop is facing the wrong way. I can't see how much time they have left. I assume everybody's fine. Looks like Gould just throwing it through to make sure there's no junk in the house to worry about when they start peeling. That's pretty good. 2 good guards and 1 on the forefoot. Makes the peel. At some point, it's going to turn into math here, Paul. I know.
Math is hard, though.
Math is hard. How many points does Mooney need to score to tie? Can you do it?
3.
3.
All right.
How many rocks do they have left? Let's see.
1, 2, 3,
You got
4,
5 racks left, yeah.
with 2 in play.
2 in play, 1 in the house. Just got to keep throwing your guards for now. But at some point, you do have to throw in the house, and it's probably not going to be guarded anymore. That one's a little bit tighter to the other one. They might be able to play the double peel this time. Double peel.
Very nice.
Very nice, yep. And now you're down to 4 rocks. 1 of them in the house already. That's good. But 2 out of those 4 are going to have to stay around. You can
It's going to be in.
Yeah, just a little too close together again. Well,
Probably jamming, but it's okay. Where are you going to throw? Where do you want to throw? You need to hit right here in the nose. Okay?
see if we can get the double. It looks like it's going to jam. It does. Rolls away.
That's fine.
No problem.
Actually, I'd rather have that.
Now down to 3 rocks to go, 1 in the house. This one probably, well, it needed to probably be a little closer to the house, but, well, pretty good actually. Just keep peeling those guards. That's all that matters, because after this, all of the yellows have to count. Assuming they make this. Oh no, Hartford piece, that's not good. Oh, he got the piece of the yellow in the house. So now it's actually a little, does actually make it a little trickier for Marc.
So what, they've got 2 rocks left?
They've got 2 rocks left and one's a guard, which means that somehow that yellow guard has to go in the house and your other 2 also have to go in. And it's just far enough outside the house that it's a tough split. It's math, Paul, at this point. You got to get them all to count somehow.
I'm glad you're here to tell me that, Brian.
He's just gonna run out of rocks there.
So you're saying the next shot for Gould could be it?
Could be, because that's the math. When you have to score 3, you only got to get a roll on one of them.
I think he was trying to split here.
He definitely was.
Oh,
Now
no.
he's got to hope it stays.
Oh, no. That's going to go right through.
Yeah.
And
And now the math does not work out.
that'll be the game.
Yeah, so that'll be the final. Don't even have to throw your last rocks. All right, so we'll see you back here at 4 p.m., guys. Enjoy regular U.S. Nationals in the meantime.